Hey guys, how's it going? Just coming up with another video here. Um, now I want this video I'm doing here is a little bit of a news piece, so to speak, and I kind of learned this after uh, watching a video that Monday Matt did. Go check him out. Um, and this is something I don't discuss on my channel too often, but this time I just felt it was something that I would like to talk about. And that in a way kind of has to do with feminism, and more specifically Anita Sarkeesian. Now, I've spoken about her in past in past videos. Of course, there's plenty of people out there who will discuss her at great lengths and all. So, if you know who she is, then I say more. But if you don't know who she is, she's Feminist Frequency. You're on YouTube. She goes around discussing tropes and video games and everything, and she's garnered a fair share of controversy. But so yeah. Um, and this news piece in question, um, I'd like to talk about. As I said, I learned from what Monday Matt had to say, and apparently she might be thinking about ending FemFreq. Not FemFreq. Well, that's her name, Feminist Frequency. Ending Tropes versus Women. Um, got a link here I can read. Now, here's an update that I found. I'll provide all the links that I feel I need to post in the description box when I'm done with this video. She's saying here, 2015, first 4 years of nonprofit, 501c3, and all the things she's done with FemFreq, blah, blah, blah. She's proud of the work she's done. The project took on a life of its own. Um, um, she has said that, Tripp took over her existence personally, professionally. She said she's dealt with constant daily harassment, death threats, bomb threats, scrutiny, um, um, and profound violations of privacy that spill over her lives of friends and family. In other words, doxing. Along with it came an impossible pressure to never get any detail or facts wrong, even when research was impeccable. Yeah. Harassers would act as though they were lying. We were lying. Harassers would act as though we were lying and start wild campaigns to generate more hostility towards us and our work. Blah blah blah. She's been dealing with stress. It took a toll on my physical and emotional health. Well, not there. I can't fault her for feeling stressed out. We all feel stressed and everything, no problem. Blah blah blah. So of course I don't fault her for feeling stressed out, but as a concept, she's been dealing with depressive tendencies for the better part of my life. In short, she's burned out. All that. She says she plans on completing Tropes versus Women within the year. It's going to look a little bit different. Instead of incredibly long videos that focus on one thing, and she's going to break it down to publish much shorter, more focused episode, putting them together into 5 or 10 minute videos. So, in other words, basically, she thinks she's thinking about retiring. Tropes versus Women. I'll link it. I'll I'll give you, as I said before, I'll give any and all links that I feel is appropriate in the description box when I'm done with this video. Um, so basically, as I said, she's thinking Patrick and Clayton Trips versus Women. Now, she had made her fair share of videos before. She started Trips versus Women, and then she back in June of 2012, she put out her Kickstarter video, and I'm going to talk about this, and that in video games. And by the way, she did put out her latest video. What's it called? Um, Strategic butt covering. Basically, I just saw a response video to it that Mr. Rixion did. And I don't think she likes butts very much. Personally, I'm a boobs person myself, but there's nothing wrong with butts. But, you know, I don't know what me being a boobs person has to do with the bum set. But anyway, yeah, she did that. She's thinking of retiring, actually finishing Trips versus Women. Now, like I said, she did her Kickstarter, and she said she was going to, from what I've heard, she was supposed to have met, she said, this is a deadline that I intend on doing. I'm going to meet this deadline by such and such time. I'm going to do all this, and that. She's 3.5 to 4 years overdue her deadline, my year. You know, based on what I've learned, I've actually kept up with these kinds of things, you know, with Nia Sarkeesian and Gamergate and all that. You know, it's almost like basically Trips versus Women was her. She used it to catapult her way to fame and everything, and once she actually got the fame or infamy, if you will, and she got it, it's like she placed all on the back burner. It's like there's basically more lines like more or less of means to an end. You know, once you actually got what you wanted as far as attention is concerned, I don't need that anymore. That's in the back burner. I'll get to it when I feel like getting to it. Yeah, I'm drinking Gatorade, so yeah. And of course, she's faced a fair share of criticism, and she's one of those feminists that say that criticism, no matter how legit, no matter how polite you are, criticism equals misogyny, misogynies, sexism, harassment, misogynies. Now, she's had a fair share of controversy and all that, and some notable things involved for her that can be tied back to her are like she was at XOXO conference, and one of those conferences, XOXO. Sorry for my redundancy. At that conference back in 2014, she basically said, "Listen and believe." I think it was back in like October-ish, something like that. Because I know that this also took place back in I think it was September. If I understand right, if my facts are correct. In October of the same year, she faced there was a bombing thing that like someone threatened. She was expected to give a talk at Utah State University, and the school looked into it. And what was I saying? She was expected to talk at Utah State University. Someone threatened to bomb the school if she showed up. The school looked into it. They determined that threat was empty, but not going to happen. Yeah, in come and talk, you can come, everything's good. However, she canceled the event when she found out that um, that when she became aware of the gun laws out in the state of Utah. I think open carry and concealed carry are both legal. Now, mind you, as I've said before, I'm not an expert when it comes to the gun laws out in Utah. So, yeah, to cancel that. Um, see, she was down in Australia um, uh, back in March of last year, 2015, and she was giving this little talk about uh, choice feminism is bad and everything. That everything is sexist, everything is racist, everything is homophobic, and you have to point it all out. Um, Within the last 4 to 5 months, maybe 6, I think at least 4 to 5 months, she and Zoe Quinn ran off to the UN and said, "Those people who disagree with us and criticize us, they harass us. Make sure you ban them." People are still talking about her, so I don't think their plea to the UN worked out the way they'd wanted it to. um, so there's that. I'm just um, and of course there's the whole idea of just um, I get harassed, pay me money because vagina. Um, well, I think, and as of recently too, back in December last month, um, whole FemFreq 2 logo and brand was rebranded and everything. Now based on what I've observed on Twitter, um, and they don't. Feminist frequency doesn't refer to Anita now in the first person, like I, me, myself. You know, excuse me. Um, Pronouns I would refer to yourself in the first person. They refer to her in the third person. Like, this is Anita, this is her, this is she. Yeah. Um, Basically, she's done her fair share of work and met with a fair share of scrutiny and criticism, especially since she's been known to cherry pick and misconstrue uh, facts when it comes to video games and what actually happens in video games to fit her narrative. So I think after, now going back to what tropes versus women, I think what could be um, is that um, maybe she maybe starting to realize that maybe her mission is failing, that is not working out, that she's basically thinking, I'm done, it's over, it's not a fight anymore. Um, Especially since, she's been shown to not be an expert at video games. There's a video that surfaced of her giving a lecture at Santa Monica College back in 2010, where she basically said, I'm not a fan of video games. That video surfaced in 2013, and her lecture took place in 2010. So, yeah. And she thinks, oh, I know my shit. Well, why don't you put your money where your mouth is? But I think she's starting to realize that it's not worth the fight anymore, and that she just wants to pack up her toys and go home. And what do I think of that? Well, based on what I've heard about Anita's refusal in the last few years or so, I'm not going to claim to be the biggest fan of hers. And of course, hopefully I'm not saying like a parrot or whatever, I'm just repeating what other people say. But what do I think of that though? Um, eh, Based on what controversy that she's garnered up, and how she says this, and other people are like, oh, not so fast, not true. Um, hey, if she's starting to realize not worth fighting anymore, hey, get riddance. I mean, yeah, you got what you wanted, you got the money, you got the money you wanted, you got the attention you wanted. I think she definitely was probably would have got more than what she possibly bargained for. And hey, if she's trying to find a way out, um, I mean, good riddance, I guess. I mean, on Monday, Matt did this video last month about where uh, she was. That's what she, about the rebranding of Feminist Frequency logo and all that. And he said, just on your way out, don't let the hit. And good riddance, goodbye. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. You know, you won't be missed. And I'm not going to be big. As I said before, I'm not the biggest fan of uh, her work on this frequency, but based on what I've heard about her and everything, just eh. Um, I guess yeah. Bye bye. You won't be missed. Of course, and I haven't allowed myself to my Jimmy. I have not allowed my Jimmys to be as rustled as everybody else and everything, but I guess in a way you could kind of understand where people might take offense or take umbrage, and with Gamergate. I know that Gamergate is often branded as like a men's only hate group, and of course there's been plenty of women, white women and women of color, who are part of Gamergate and everything. Of course, Anita will say only men criticize her, when we've had plenty of women criticize her too. But that's not the narrative she wants you to think. Um, you want you to think only cis white het men criticize her. Not true at all. And if Gamergate, with Gamergate, um, and this could very well be considered um, a huge victory for the good guys, men and women alike. And I guess in a way you can understand where Gamergate says we want ethics in journalism, and yeah, and we want our voices to be heard too, and we want to avoid any and all corruption. We don't want corruption. I get that. I understand. And as I said, this for anybody on the pro Gamergate side, this could very well be, as I said, a huge victory for them, for the pro Gamergate side, men and women alike. So whether or not, if and possibly when she um, completes Tropes versus Women, whether or not she'll fade back into obscurity or continue doing other kinds of work, or whatever, that remains to be seen. But if she does fade back into obscurity, I'm sure she won't be missed. I'm sure, we can just go about our daily lives and just, Anita Sarkeesian will probably be distant memory. Remember that time for a few years that she kind of wrestled all our Jimmys and everything? Remember Gamergate? Yeah. And we can just go back to our daily lives, you know? And yeah, cool. Um, but yeah, I guess that's all I really have to say on the matter. I'll be sure to provide links I feel are necessary to in my description box, in my description when I'm done with this video. So, all that said, um, tell me what you think. What are your thoughts on this? Maybe do a video response, um, or whatever. I don't know. Just drop me a comment. What do you think? If you're aware of this in any sense at all, or know anything about the user accused yet, what do you think? Let me know in the comments below, and no, I will not delete your comments. No, I will not. I'm willing to have a civil discussion. And I'm like her, who does not allow comments on our videos in any way, shape, or form. Anyway, just like I said, drop a comment, video response, tell me what you think. All that said, rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.